So I have been living abroad for a while now, and spoiler alert, it's not as glamorous as those travel vlogs. Sure, you have variety of cuisines, you have more things to explore, you have jaw-dropping landscapes, but there is a lot more to it than people usually don't talk about. And trust me, if I knew about this before making that move, my transition would have been so smooth. If you're thinking of moving abroad, or if you have already moved abroad but feeling a bit lost, then this video is for you. Hi, my name is Diksha and welcome back to Moving and Thriving with Dee. On this channel, I share my journey and the things I've learned, I'm learning, and things which would have been great if I knew before moving to another country. So if you are interested in any of this content, please like, share, and subscribe. Stick along and let's get started with today's video. First and the most important thing for me was money, staying financially strong. You should have a financial backup always when you're thinking of moving abroad. I mean, obviously, you will save for the flight, the rent deposits, the daily expenses, etc. But once you move, you will not understand there would be so many random purchases which you have to do and you have never considered before moving. So, let's go for the cheap one, or let's skip for this time. Sometimes that doesn't work, so you should have a financial backup, even if you're not carrying that money while traveling, but you should still have it in your account, so in case of any emergency when you're moving abroad, you should have that. On the same line, the second one is emergency funds. And no, this is not just a buzzword. This ties into money again, but it's different. An emergency fund can be like a safety net when you move abroad. It can be when you require it over a year, or maybe someone requires it back home. So you should always have that emergency fund, which I completely missed out on. It will help you to sleep better when you are stressing out from something which could have been saved by you. I was going through one of the YouTube videos. I don't even remember who was it, but she said that it was a lady creator, and she said that you should always have at least month's rent, okay, and 2 months of groceries amount in your bank account always. So basically, if your rent is like $100 a month, you need to have $100 and 2 months of grocery expenses in your account always as your savings, and that has to be untouched in any situation. I know it's not always easy, especially when you have moved, but it is worth building up on it. Let's move from the financial to the personal and the emotional aspects. So, from money towards people. Preserve your energy, protect your energy. Once you move to another country, you are in a rush. Human tendency, you're in a rush to make friends quickly and get to know each other, because staying alone can be scary, but not everyone deserves your time and your energy. Make sure you're choosing the correct people who would support you along your path and not be a bit of a discouragement for you. It's okay to take time, then make connections which will drain your energy and bring a lot of negativity into your life. And honestly, when you have moved to another country, you're caught up with so many other things. There are hundreds of things already running in back of your mind. You do not want to add something which is useless to it. The next point, and I am absolutely guilty for this, do not judge people too quickly. I will not say I'm not a judgmental person. In this case, I have judged people too quickly. Just wait, let them surprise you with who they are. But over time, I realized when you move abroad, you're kind of an outsider and people don't let you in quickly. So you need to give them that time. And probably once they know you, they might turn out to be good. Set boundaries. I mean, um I have spoken about this so many times in so many of my other videos, setting boundaries, and I think this is like the most important thing. I know I said money was the most important thing, but from your emotional standpoint, this is really the most important thing, because setting boundaries gives you time to clear your head with things going on around, sometimes going out back at home, sometimes what's happening in your personal life with your visa, with your work, you're finding a job, doing two jobs. It's life abroad is so difficult. But when you set boundaries, you know what are your non-negotiables. You know you cannot spend your time and energy. Just draw a boundary. Be respectful to people. Setting boundaries doesn't have to be disrespectful to anyone. You can be very respectful to people, and I have made like an entire video on how to set boundaries and what mistakes I did previously. I'll link that video down below in case if you want to check it. But this is really very important. So key, so major. The last one is kind of easy. It's just be flexible, just be open to change, just be open to things which is coming your way. Now in my few other videos I have just said that you have to be prepared for unexpected, but you also have to be prepared for something new which comes your way, because you must have not thought about it, but something which has come to you, because I believe that sometimes when things come to you, it's meant for you and it will take a beautiful turn in your life. And trust me, that's happened with me. I was not expecting certain thing and never thought that is going to happen with me, but that happened to me and it turned out to be so beautiful. So just be open to change and accept whatever it is. I mean, what is there to lose in the bargain any which way? Yeah, these are the things which if I knew, it would have been good for my journey. Not something very dramatic, but a small life lesson. If I knew this before, it would have been a little different. My journey would have been a little different than what it was, because trust me, I have made so many mistakes. I cannot tell you all, guys. I've done so many mistakes when I moved abroad, because I never knew all these things. And now that I'm telling it to you, probably you won't do it. So share it with someone who actually requires this, and let me know if you have done any mistakes, and probably I could learn a thing or two from you. So yes, see you guys in the next video. That's all for today, and take care. Bye bye.